Da 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 da. Listen, no gas is in my tank, and I got myself to thank. I had to make $10 last for 3 weeks and a day. All of my bills are due. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I gotta keep it moving till I get my breakthrough. I see a brighter day in view. Don't you miss it for the hell you're going through. Ain't nothing gonna keep me blue. Listen, 'cause I got sunshine. I got sunshine on my mind. I got sunshine all the time. I got sunshine everywhere I go, and I want you to know. I got sunshine when it hurts and when nothing seems to work. I got sunshine, yeah. Do you see the sunshine? Da 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 da. Yeah. Da 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 da. If you're working every day, 2 jobs with barely no pay, I know it's hard to see the light with darkness in your way. Listen, let me tell you what you wanna do. Open up your mind and know the sunshine is in you. I see a brighter day in you. Don't you miss it for the hell you're going through. Ain't nothing gonna keep us blue. Listen, 'cause I know I got sunshine on my mind. I got sunshine all the time. I got sunshine everywhere I go, and I want you to know. I got sunshine when it hurts and when nothing seems to work. I got sunshine, yeah. Do you see the sunshine? Now, family, do you see the sunshine? I was gonna do some talking, but I'm not. Any sopranos? I want you to sing. Any altos? Any tenors and basses? What is y'all do? Y'all been drinking tonight? Come on, let's play. Well, sopranos, I want you to sing something that sounds a little like this. Do, 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 do. Let me hear you say it. Get it? Oh, you better sing it like you from Philly. Till, till, till. Yeah, I'm a close, Jesus. Sing, sopranos. Okay, let me get it. Now, altos, I know y'all, it was only 4 y'all that said, but I know it's more. So your part sounds a little like this. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Let me hear you say it. I knew it was more toes. Get it, girl. She like this too. Get it? Y'all made that last part up though. It's okay. Now, tenors and basses, you sing something that sounds like do, 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 do. Let me hear you say it. Oh, don't be trying to put no stank on it now. Now listen, if you remember your parts, great. If you don't, make something up. Now I want you to put them together. Are you ready? If you feel the sunshine and you see the sunshine, I need you to sing your part. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, let me hear you sing do. There it is. Come on and say it again, say it. Do, do. Do, do. Yeah. I got sunshine on my mind all the time. Everywhere I go, and I want you to know. When it hurts and when nothing seems to work, I got sunshine. Y'all are so sweet to me. I'm so glad I didn't wear my shoes. Y'all make me feel good. Do you know this is what I absolutely love to do? So y'all make me feel like they're going to have to turn the lights out on us tonight because I'm going to keep on singing. I love you, Ryan. Ryan told me to keep singing till the exit sign and go off. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 I've played out a meeting again and again, telling myself how it was gonna end. It's been such a long time and I've got butterflies, nervous that you know all my thoughts, so much more than you want. But please understand that I know we both have our times. What happened, baby? How did we miss out? I just didn't realize what you meant to me until now, yeah. And I'm still wondering, yes. But I guess we'll never know in time. Can't get you out of my head, can't get you out of my system. Still wanting you, I don't care who knows it. No, 20 long years have passed, and I'm still pining, baby. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Had you given this thing much thought at all? Like what would have happened if we started to fall in love like we did when we were too young to even know? I wish I could turn back the hands of time. I would have loved you like I was out of my mind. If only I knew then what I know now, I'd be fine. What happened, baby? How did we miss out? I wish I could move on, but I can't. I'm perplexed, bewildered, upset, 'cause I can't have you. Can't get you out of my head, can't get you out of my system. Still wanting you, I don't care who knows it. No, 20 long years have passed, and I'm still pining, baby. And there's a lady from Atlanta, Georgia, who says something like, he's leaving on that midnight train to Georgia. Y'all too young for that, huh? Hey. Said he's going back to find, yeah, a simpler place in time. Yeah, he's leaving on that midnight train to Georgia. No, no, no. Said he's going back to find a simpler place in time. Yeah, 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 do, 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 do. Oh, no, 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 sometimes you gotta close your eyes. Anybody ever get good and you just got? Anybody ever pined over anybody or anything? Well, if you don't, the word pine means to long for something that is not there. I'm by myself. I know somebody in here said they needed some Excedrin from Dwayne Reed, and they was gonna go out real quick, and they were really going to do a drive-by. So if I'm not, I just need you to do this a little bit with me. Just. All you gotta do is say pining, pining, pining. Yeah, they're not singing over there. They don't pine. But say pining, pining, pining. Oh, y'all gonna sing here tonight. I like that. Say pining. So wonderful to me. I swear I could do this all night long. Can we do this thing? Any house heads in here? Man, we're gonna pick it up a little bit. So listen, Craig is in the house. Craig, would you wave your hand real quick? So one of the first songs my partner and I, Dana, wrote was a song called Stalk You. So I'm just gonna sing a little bit of it. I want y'all to hear it. And I actually traveled to Japan with Craig. Do you remember that? Do you remember that? In the name of Jesus. So this is the song. Listen. I know this is the 5th time I've called you. It's only been 2 hours since I saw you. I hope I'm not beginning to annoy you, but I can't seem to get enough of you. The last 2 times I couldn't get through. I wish you knew how much I really need to talk to you. I know you feel the same way I do. Please call me back as soon as you can. I can't get you out my mind. I know you feel the same way I do. I'm not the kind of girl who'll stalk you, but I might, yes I might, call you over and over again. I just had to give you a little bit. I love you. Dana, can we do Sunday morning? I just want to do it. That's just my honey asked me to do this. Y'all, I'm moving so fast through these songs. I'm glad I had some coffee. I'm trying to get it. Woo! Ryan, how much time I got, honey? I'm jamming on the one. Thank you, Fee. So listen, this is one of my favorite songs, and I decided we were going to do something different. So I hope you like this. Listen. Sunday morning rain is falling. Steal some cover, share some skin. Clouds are shrouding us in moments unforgettable. The twist to fit the mold that I am in. But things just get so crazy. Living life gets hard to do. And I would gladly hit the road, get up and go if I knew that someday it would bring me back to you. Yeah. Someday it would bring me back to you. That may be all I need. In darkness, He is all I see. Come and rest your bones with me. Driving slow on Sunday morning, and I never want to leave. Fingers trace your every line. Paint a picture with my hand. Hey. Back and forth we sway like branches in a storm. Change the weather, still together when it ends. That may be all I could whistle, I would whistle right here. I can't, so I'll just introduce Dana Johnson. Y'all, this is Dana Johnson. This is my partner. I call him Ike Turner, Rick James, Joe Jackson. Yeah, okay, I know. Yeah. Oh, baby, all I need. In darkness, he is all I see. Come and rest your bones with me. Driving slow on Sunday morning, and I never want to leave. No, that may be all I need. In darkness, he is all I see. Come and rest your bones with me. Driving slow on Sunday morning, and I never want to leave. Y'all like that? Yeah, I love that song. So I wanted to, there were a couple of songs from the new record I was going to let y'all hear that, so I'm just going to do one real quick. What'd you say? Huh? But no, if I do two of those, and I can't do the other songs that they, you know what I'm saying? Very well. You hear Ike Turner? Did you hear him? So I've got to set this up really quickly. So I have to say something that we never really talk about. We never talk about equal love and all that. And I was blessed to be born to be born into a family where my eldest brother is a same gender loving person. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Absolutely. And I felt like I wanted to address that because he's the godfather of my children. And I wanted people to know that one of the best examples that I had seen for love had been with my brother and his partner of some 20 years. So I figured out the way I could say this was something like this. I think they've got it all wrong. Those folk that talk, but who am I to judge? I'm just a singer with a song. But let me say, there's just got to be more than one way. You go your way, and I will go mine, and I'll see you when I get there. You might go left, and I might go right, but I'll see you when I get there. There's just got to be more than one way. Hey, no need to fear, you're not alone. Hey, just take my hand, but you've got to find it on your own. Hey, there's just got to be more than one way. But you go your way, and I will go mine, and I'll see you when I get there. You might go left, I might choose to go right, but I'll see you when I get there. There's just got to be more than one way. Oh, yeah. Y'all know what I'm talking about? You love who you want to love. Believe what you want to believe. Have the career that you want to have. Anybody really know what I'm talking about? I still feel like we're gonna make it to the other side. All right. So I'll see you when I get there. I might choose not to wear shoes on stage, but I'm gonna be on the other side with no shoes on. hope you really, really get it. And I just say, da, 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 da. Hey. Da, 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 da. Hey. Da, da, take it out there. Here we go. There just got to be. There just got to be. There just got to be more than one way. You go your way, and I will go mine, and I'll see you when I get there. You might go left, I might choose to go right, but I'll see you when I get there. No, no, no. Thank y'all so much. And that means so much to me. I hope y'all like that song. My brother hasn't heard it yet. I can't wait for him to hear it. What you say, I got to go now? Oh, very well. I got to do this real quick. I can do two? Well, I got to serve the Lord real quick. Just real quick. Because the Lord is my shepherd, I have everything I need. He lets me rest in the middle of the rest, yes. And he leads me beside the quiet stream. He restores my failing hand. And he helps me do what honors him the most. That's why I'm safe. That's why I'm safe. That's why I'm safe. Safe in his arms when the storms of life and the billows of their roar, oh, they begin to roll, and I'm glad he shall hide me. I'm so glad, yes, when the storms of life are raging and I can't find nowhere to go, God holds me, God keeps me safe. Say, I'm so glad. Say it. Yeah. Hold me safe in his arms, in his loving arms. Safe in his arms. Anybody glad they're safe here in Google right now? It's all right to say thank you, God. Whatever it is that you call God, it's all right to say thank you, God. And if I never have another chance, I'll bless you and give you glory right now. Oh, Jesus, I'm sorry. I want to pass the plate right now. Next time I gotta go. I can't do it on ugly. I can't do any of that. Who? Fat test it? All right, see, we just all over the place. This is the most special show you've ever been to, huh? I'd like to do that song, and I just say thank you, God, because the reason I was on the radio is because a program director in Chicago said that God told him to put my song on the radio. It doesn't happen, y'all, to independent. It just does not happen. So I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. So I'm going to sing a little bit of this. I'm going to try. Last night I got mad, and I said things I shouldn't have said. No, I wanted him to know how deeply I feel. I wouldn't even let him talk. All he could do was walk away. He was gone and it was too late for me to say it's just that part of me. I better sing. It's just that ugly part of me. The phone rang. It was and I knew how wrong I'd been. So I said, I'm sorry for how I treated you. You know I really love you. I must have been PMSing, kind of going through. I had no reason to trip out on you. Yes, I was acting like a fool, yeah. And I'm sorry, and all I can say is it's just that ugly part of me, yeah. It's just that ugly part of me. And sometimes I don't want nobody to see that ugly part of me. No, 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 no. It's just that ugly part of me, yeah. It's just that ugly part of me. Y'all all right? Did y'all have a good time with me? Make some noise for the other artists. I love you all. That was what you call a power set. But put your hands together if you can, y'all. I'm gonna do a little bit. Here we go. When you said you needed space, I just wasn't in a place where I could hear what you meant when you said, oh, I took it out of context, baby, and got up in our shade. So angry till I started thinking about sense that it didn't make. It was all in my head. All the things that you said, I changed them around in my head. Yeah, yeah. I listened not to my heart, but to my mind instead. Made something out of nothing. I made a mountain out of a molehill. It's so sad that all the baggage I had made me feel things that weren't real. It was all in my head. Hey, come on now, hey. It was all in my head. So now you know this part right here. If you know it, come on and say it with me loud. Sweet love, hear me calling out your name. I feel no shame. Sweet love, don't you ever go away. It'll always be this way. So sweet, so sweet, so sweet. Come on. Oh, baby, know how sweet it is. Hey, how sweet it is. Just love me sweetly, baby. Just love me sweetly, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey. Have y'all had a good time with me tonight? I need you to get up on your feet real quick, y'all. Put your hands together. If you're shining, make some noise. Tell somebody I'm shining. Say I'm shining. Now I need you to do this as it's a symbol of unity. And before we go, I just need you to do something real simple, something real easy, okay? Because we're all unified, right? I need you to say AVERY Sunshine. Oh, y'all didn't catch it? What is it? Oh, you know I love you. I ain't leaving tonight. They got to turn the lights out. Say it again, say it again, say it. Y'all better sing harmony. Say it again, say it again. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was all in my head. Yeah. Y'all keep shining, y'all keep loving. Thank you so much, Ryan and Google. Y'all are absolutely wonderful. And I'm blowing everybody's sugar right now. I love you all and good night. It was all in my head. Yeah.
Welcome, Avery Sunshine, to Google. It's so good to have you here today.
I'm so glad to be here.
Yes.
See you. I'm sorry. I'm so out of order. I'm so out of order. I'm so excited. Well, you know that. You know why I'm excited.
I am excited too.
This is huge.
Yeah, this is going to be a great night. So,
yes, it is.
Just want to have a little chat with you before we get started.
Yeah.
So, Avery Sunshine.
Yeah.
This is your name. Can you tell us about your name?
Well, my name is so funny. My partner, I don't know why he's not in here right now. Dana, wherever he is. But Dana and I, we worked on, I never thought I was going to be an artist. I didn't think I sang well enough or I was talented enough to be an artist. And Dana was like, no, listen. I think you got something. Let's just start writing and see what happens. So the first song we wrote, and we're going to sing it tonight, the song is called Stalker. And I know. But I wrote the hook, and I said, Dana, I'm going to send you this hook. I can't get you out my mind and all this stuff, just good stuff. And then, I'm not the kind of girl who'd stalk you, but I might call you, over and over and over again. So we wrote the song, and a good friend of his was a house DJ, and he wanted to remix it, and he did it, and it was amazing. And he said, okay, we're about to put the record out. Who do you want to be? He was like, what does that mean? He was like, well, no, you can change your name. I was like, well, what's wrong with Denise White? I'm like, well, there's nothing wrong with Denise White, but if you want to, you could do something else if you wanted to. And I blurted out Avery Sunshine. And I believe, and it's so funny when I tell you, I never thought about being an artist before. I hadn't, at least I didn't think I had. But I think it comes from my love of two characters. First character is Sugar Avery from The Color Purple. And then the other character is Sunshine from Harlem Nights. You throw it up in the air and it turns into sunshine. It's all adults in here, right? It's a child, children here. But if you don't know what we're talking about, please rent Harlem Nights. You know what I'm talking about. In no way am I, but whatever the case. But that's how I got the name. Just blurt it out. So.
Well, it suits you.
Thank you.
Really
honey.
well. Yeah,
Thank you.
I think. You have an energy that's contagious ever since, since
it's
I met
coffee.
you. Is it coffee? I was going to ask. I know you got kids. I know you're always upbeat. Is it coffee?
It's coffee. Because otherwise, but you have to be with kids and keeping up with what's going on with the career. As an independent artist, you better be. Yeah. Yeah.
So for those of you who haven't heard your music, how would you introduce people to your music?
It is.
What's your style?
My style is, it's R&B soul, and there's a thread of, that common thread of gospel through it all. But I'm still talking about my baby daddy, and life, and stuff, But I hope that it makes people feel good. So I like to call it feel good music too.
Great.
So I hope it does make people feel good.
Great. I think it does. And as far as I was a little surprised to hear you say you're surprised or you weren't planning to be an artist or weren't expecting that. But weren't you involved in music at a pretty young age?
Yeah, I was. Okay. Now, I started playing piano at 8, and I started directing choirs and playing for choirs at the age of 13. So I was reading music, and I had an aunt. Her name was Aunt Tootsie. And Aunt Tootsie called my mom one day and said, listen, Ruth, I'm working at the Catholic church, and I can't be there this Sunday. I got to go to Tahiti. Can Denise come read this order of service real quick? And my mom asked me, Denise, do you want to try it? And before I knew how much money it paid, I said, sure. And the service was 1 hour. And I got $175 just to go in and read some music. I was like, I'm through. That's my career. That's it. But I felt like I was always behind the scenes. I was directing a choir or accompanying someone, but never, and I would sing out of necessity if somebody didn't show up to do a solo. That's how I would end up singing, but never, I'm going to sing a solo today, and I just didn't think some people like that. If you go to church, that one person, I'm just going to sing the Star Spangled Banner for the Lord today. We didn't ask you to do that. I was not that person. I tell you, I am such a fan of that real singer, that the Clark sisters and, Stevie Wonder, and I was like, if you don't sing like that, that's what I thought. And you've got to have a thing too, because everybody that can sing doesn't have a thing. And I didn't think I had that thing. I didn't know. And when I tell you this is so divine, I feel like it just fell on me. And then Dana and I met, and it was really, Dana, wave your hand so everybody can see you. That's my partner, everybody. Yeah. Yeah, and without him, there would be no Avery Sunshine. So you feel free to call him Ike Turner, Rick James, Joe Jackson.
Great. Well, thank you. So tell me more about the last album and what it meant to you, and then we'll do that first, and then we'll go to the next question.
The last album, which was my first, it marked a point in my life. I was going through divorce, and I always say this, and I didn't go to therapy. I probably should have, but the record served as therapy for me. I was able to talk about what I was dealing with, and I'm gonna tell you, if you don't know, stuff is better on the outside. I just believe it. And I was able to get it out and make it to the other side. So that record marks that time in my life. And, I'm grateful for it. I look back on it like, wow, I'm glad people liked it, because I was going through on some of that. Yeah. One of the songs I was crying. Dana was like, I don't know if we need to put this on the record. It's like, no, but I just want people to feel me. But
So what can we expect for the next one?
More crying. No, I'm not doing any more crying. A different place. And this next record is going to be entitled The Sunroom. And if you have a house, the sunroom is that place where you go put up your feet and do whatever it is you feel like doing. If you feel like talking on the phone, you do that. If you want to watch a little TV, you do that. If you want to look out and look at the lake, you can do that. Whatever it is you want to do, that's your sanctuary. And I want to encourage everybody to find that place. So this next record is called The Sunroom, and whatever has been on my mind this last few, and as well as Dana's, our minds this last year or so. That's what we're talking about again.
Great.
But it's definitely happy.
Good. No, I think the last one, it's just interesting to me. I've always thought it was fascinating how music is therapeutic. You said you didn't go to therapy, but it sounds like you sort of did.
Thanks to all of you. If you have the record, you helped me with my therapy. Thank you.
No, I'm looking forward to the next one. So before we go, just a couple of favorites of yours. What's one of your favorite places to see live music?
One of my favorite places to see.
In any city, wherever.
In any city to see live music. I have to tell you, London, Ronnie Scott's. It's really, really tight. If you haven't been, please make a trip to London and check out Ronnie Scott's. It's just half the size of this room right here. And the intimacy, it's electric. I fell in love with music again in that spot. And I hope to play there one day.
I'm going to check it out now.
Please do. Please do.
What's one of your passions outside of music?
Directing choirs. That's outside of music. No, my children. Okay. My children. My son and I are movie buffs. So, and we have dates. We try to have dates once a week, he and I. And the last date we had, as a matter of fact, my daughter was supposed to come, and he was feeling some kind of way about it. And he was like, can you drop her off to get her hair done so we can really have our date? So, but I'm taking it seriously. I want him to. My dad and I used to have dates like that. And I said, I want my son to learn how to treat a woman or anybody by me spending that time with him and showing him, not just telling him, but we do it.
That's great.
We do it. So, and the last movie we saw was Superman. Was that what's the name of it? Man of Steel. I was nervous. It was a little dark. Who did Clark Kent first? What was his name? Michael Reed? Christopher Reeve. I'm sold out for Christopher Reeve. It's new stuff. That's when you know you're getting older too. Like, see, this newfangled stuff. I'm not
so
that
how
old.
How old are your kids?
My son is 11 and my daughter is 13. And y'all, my daughter, she wrote a song that's going to be on She and Music Soul Child. Yes. It's going to be an interlude on the record.
That's incredible.
It's nuts.
Wow.
And I played it wrong. Actually, she played it for me, and we listened to the track on my phone, and we recreated it for her. And when she heard it, she was like, "That's not right." So y'all need to do it again. So
That's incredible.
You know,
Great.
so I'm
That's great
excited
to hear.
about that.
Cool. Last thing, what was the first CD you remember buying?
The first CD I don't remember buying one. But I remember. I tell you, it's strange. I remember the CDs came out, and I remember waking up one day, and there were 2 CDs. There were 3 CDs at the house. There was the Yellow Jackets, and my parents had the Clark Sisters, and then there was one more, Kenny G. It was. What's the one? The wedding song? The sound quality from a tape to CD made your head pop off. Am I the only one that remembers that? To hear that, you're like, oh, what is it? It just felt like water. You just feel like it's life to hear that sound. It was amazing to me. I remember those distinctly. Like I don't remember buying them. It's like just one day they were at the house.
Yeah. They have a way of showing up.
They just showed up. But I remember those 3 CDs distinctly. Great. And the sound was just amazing.
Great. Well, there's a 4th one I'm looking very forward to. It is yours. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much,
looking
Ryan.
forward to it.
It means
definitely.
so much to me. Yeah, I got to, please make some noise for Ryan. Because for all the artists that are here tonight, it means so much for us to be able to share what we do and the way we want to do it. And we just don't have the platform all the time. So I'm speaking for everybody. We are grateful. And we're grateful that you're here to listen and share with us. And we thank you because you didn't have to. You could have said, let me call Beyonce.
I do sound like her, and I have her number, of course. But yeah, I didn't.
But you could have. You could call anybody, and you chose us. And I'm grateful. And we thank you so much.
And likewise.
All right.
There's a reason I choose you guys.
Thank you. Oh.